Show.
It is Game 7. At stake, a trip to the NBA Finals. Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. For the Heat, they were unable to close out the series in Game 6, but they're certainly in a great position to finish it off here in front of their home crowd. This is what it all comes down to. One game, one winner, one conference champion. What can we expect, Jet?
Well, Game 7, statistically, would say that the home court is the difference. However, as a player, you don't think that way. You think one game, 48 minutes, one shot, one opportunity to win it all. Give me that every time.
You know, it's a fact, Ernie. Both teams, when they start the game, they're going to be pretty tight tonight. But once they get past the first quarter, things will start to open up. And the team that plays the smartest is the team that's going to win.
Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Shaq. And now we go out to Kevin Harlan as we get ready for the tip.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Miami Heat have reached the final destination. An epic journey is nearly complete. The opportunity to win the ultimate prize in a series that will go the distance. They must bring all they can muster against the Philadelphia 76ers. The finale of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Hello, everyone. Which one of these teams from the East will move into the finals? All knotted up here at 3 apiece. We're about to find out. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. D.A. will join us tonight on the sideline. It's the Philadelphia 76ers and the Miami Heat. Taking a look at Miami. The good news is they'll enjoy home court advantage for this, the deciding game.
And really a deciding game like this, everything's magnified. And sometimes that can be a challenge. But the best players find a way to channel that energy. Playing in front of this great home crowd, I believe, can only help.
And, you know, that's probably why the visiting team traditionally has a higher winning percentage in deciding games than in any other game in the series. But still, like you said, you wouldn't trade home court for anything with a one-and-done situation.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Ben Simmons is out there with Smith. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Davis in at the 4 spot. So it's Miami now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Here's Drummond. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Richardson against Smith. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Shot clock at 6. Here's George, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
And Simmons gets to Smith. Back to Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Habit. Here's George after the Sixers pick up 2. Richardson up top. He's guarded by Davis. George against Covington. Kept alive. Drummond. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Boy, I like the activity of Drummond on the glass. I mean, he's so big and active. Excellent timing and hands, always pounding and grinding for offensive rebounds.
Here's Simmons. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Gotta like how they've come out here. I mean, connecting on 4 of their first 5 shots. Yes, that's good.
Oladipo taking his time here. Richardson the pass to Oladipo. Here's George. Guarded by Simmons. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Tell you what, George has gotten very good in the pick and roll. Actually pretty deceptive when he's running the pick and roll. When you anticipate him pulling up for the shot, he'll take the defense by surprise with the slick pass to an open teammate.
Here's Simmons after the made shot from Andre Drummond. And Simmons kicks to Davis. Back to Covington. It's up a 3. That one doesn't drop. And the Heat going the other way now. To the middle. Covington with the steal. Here's the floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Covington's got his first basket.
Oh, Covington really is fantastic at getting his arms high in the air when he's attempting a shot inside. Really gives the defense no chance to catch up to it or get to it.
Adebayo passes to Oladipo. Knocks it loose and stolen by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons doing a nice job there mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition. And that's a mindset, but also activity and energy display.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Noel's checked in for Philadelphia. Redick comes in for Smith. Here's a peek at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the top rebounders in this year's playoffs. Third is Joel Embiid. Andre Drummond fourth.
Those two have been really aggressive in the paint so far this postseason. They provided the kind of rebounding you need in this atmosphere.
The Heat trail by 4. Richardson dishes to Oladipo. To the inside. And Drummond gets it to go on the assist by Oladipo. Drummond's got 8 points. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. The dish to Davis. Back to Redick. Oladipo against Simmons. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. 8 points for him.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Redick with it. Simmons on the wing. Back to Redick. 5 on the clock from downtown. It's Drummond with the rebound. The Heat trail by 4. Oladipo left side. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
And I like the timing, Kevin, that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
Now here's Redick. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Simmons on the wing. Richardson covering. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, sometimes the great three-point shooters in the game don't carry that same success to the free throw line, but that's not the case with J.J. Redick. I mean, he's cash money from the stripe, too.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Heat with some changes. Wayne Wade's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And Thomas subbed in for Josh Richardson. And both free throws good for Redick.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Knocked loose. Here's Thomas. Great D that time from Redick.
You know, the defense knew how to play at that time. Liked how they made their presence felt without committing the foul.
Simmons against Thomas. Davis, the basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists tonight.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around him.
Now, here's Thomas. Wade outside. Kicks to Thomas. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
How about the strength from Thomas? Wills these shots in. Amazing how he fights through contact.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
You know, the thing about Thomas you like and admire, he's an excellent leader. His winning mentality is contagious, and he typically lays it on the line every time he's on the court.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 8. Passed in a well. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Paul George with the steal. In transition, here comes Miami. George with the ball, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Sometimes it's about presence, and Oladipo has it. Really willing himself to the line and going right into the defense that time. He forced the foul.
The Heat have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. The first free throw is good.
Oladipo's become a very efficient combo guard. Somebody who can score the ball at a high clip as well as get the ball to open teammates when necessary.
Oladipo hits them both. Here's Simmons. Pass to Redick. Covington finds Davis. Over Wade. And it's Davis missing. And so George will bring it up for the Heat. They trail by 1. Wade passes to George. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Brett Brown for a minute, and just being relaxed in this atmosphere is going to be difficult. He knows that. And he hopes that that nervous energy his players have translates into extra effort. We'll see if they can be aggressive enough tonight to win the series on the road. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Stolen by Thomas. To the paint. And there's Paul George on the assist by Wade. And it's a 3-point Miami lead. Thomas against Simmons. Right side Davis. Over George. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Now here's Wade. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Drummond. No good that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. They won their last game Monday night.
And the story of that game was their terrific rhythm on the offensive end.
Yeah, I thought they were terrific at getting the ball moving. Played so well together that night. Really shared the ball and looked for each other at a high level.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And the first one drops. Oladipo hits them both. The 76ers trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Simmons. That shot off. Good D by Drummond.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here this summer.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Nurkic checked in for Drummond. Bam Adebayo comes in for George. Josh Richardson's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. And here are the Heat now after Ben Simmons' miss. Here's Dinwiddie. Backs down the step-back J. Dinwiddie's got his first 2 points.
Oh, man, he is so shrewd in screen and rolls. Dinwiddie is good at sizing up and analyzing the situation and then making the right decision at the right time.
Now, here's Wade after the miss from Joel Embiid. Wade kicks to Richardson. To the inside. Here's Nurkic. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And it's a 7-point Heat lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Heat leading by 4. Wade kicks to Richardson. Nurkic against Embiid. And the rejection by Noel.
And the shot blocking skills of Noel are a staple of his game. Really one of the foundational pieces. He really takes a lot of pride in what he does on defense.
There's Dinwiddie. Inside and stolen by Noel. Shamet. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
To the paint.
And, you know, guys, Wade is a terrific teammate, always willing to give up the ball and share the sugar, if you will, especially when his teammate is wide open.
Passes it to Embiid. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Embiid in the corner. Off the left rim and out.
And, you know, where was the defense there, Kevin? I mean, even though he missed it, that was not a good effort. Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board, and his length doesn't hurt either.
Here's Smith, and Wade sends it back.
I tell you what, Wade's one of the best in the history of the game as a shot blocker from the 2-guard position, using his athleticism to leap up and turn shots away.
And here comes Smith, leading the fast break. Here's Embiid. Excellent D from Wade. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. Being a smaller player is a challenge, but Isaiah Thomas always confident attacking the lane.
I just go in there. I've been doing it since I was a little boy. Like, I've always been the smallest guy out there, but when I get on the court, I feel like I don't see any height. So when I go in there in the paint, I expect myself to score or make a play for somebody else. And then, I mean, it just, other people go crazy about it. I feel like it's normal.
Thomas brings that fearlessness, Greg. He's always played with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and he's got a deep bag of tricks for finishing around bigger players. It's really something to watch.
And we welcome you back to the Eastern Conference Finals here on 2K Sports. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second-chance points.
And we know energy and effort go hand in hand, and they won't be denied playing with a bunch of energy, easily coming up with those offensive rebounds, too.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Noel and Embiid control the paint together inside. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Korkmaz with the three.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now, here's Wade. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Solid read from Embiid there. Terrific at anticipating when that shot is coming.
Clock at 4. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. Miami shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. That's good from Richardson. And he can't hit the second. The 76ers trail by 7. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Redick surveying the D. And there's the pass to Korkmaz. Shannon gets the three-pointer to fall. He has 6.
No excuse for that kind of defense. I'm positive they're upset about that.
Pass to Wade. Again, the miss by the Heat. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Noel passes to Korkmaz. Lets it go from 14. Redick with the bucket.
You know, Redick has a solid in-between game, and I like seeing him work that shot into his game from time to time.
Wade outside. He kicks it to Nurkic. Dishes to Dinwiddie. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Heat lead by 4. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Redick. No good there. Excellent D from Wade. The Heat leading by 4 to the middle and stolen by Noel. Redick against Wade. Now here's Redick. Defense is right there. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
It's the main strength in Redick's game, his three-point shot. Lethal. This guy is a laser.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Wade. Three-pointer on the way. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
Now here's Embiid. Out to the wing. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. 6 on the shot clock. And Embiid throws it down.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Here's Dinwiddie. Inside, out to Wade. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
And you got to like the touch there from Wade inside. A polished interior scorer who knows how to get to his sweet spot.
And the 76ers call time here.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Andre Drummond's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Paul George comes in for Richardson. Oladipo, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Thomas subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Outside, Simmons. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Boy, what skill from Simmons. I mean, so adept at reading the defense and exploiting them in the paint.
Now Drummond, 10 points for him. And the rejection by Noel. Covington wide open. He fires. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Heat with the lead. And here is Thomas. And here's George for 3.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room. And that was the difference on that possession. If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Covington finds Simmons. To the paint. Here's Davis. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist in this one.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
And George kicks to Nurkic. Lob pass to George. Miami again turning it over. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the best shooters during the postseason. 3rd is Andre Drummond.
And guys, that shooting percentage of his has been spectacular since the start of the playoffs. He has been completely locked in.
Here's Simmons. 12 points for him. Kicks it to Noel. Back to Simmons. The feed now to Davis. Buries it down low. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that a zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable. I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now. Boy, really nice job to take what the defense was giving him there.
This against Simmons. Noel dishes to Davis. Inside, here's Oladipo, and finished off by Oladipo.
Major hops by Oladipo. I mean, a guy you can count on the finish with authority and flair near the hoop.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Thomas passes to George. Davis with some nice D.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Now here's Davis. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Just 5 on the clock.
Davis is really the total package. A mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
First trip to the line for him here.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
And the Heat call time here. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
And Miami has possession, trailing by 2. Outside Thomas, left side George. Miami no good on that time either. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Simmons. The shot from the low post is good. Simmons got 16.
Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable, even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, the high-flying acrobatics of George, something to behold. When he leaves the ground for these alley-oops, you drop your jaw and off.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Josh Richardson's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. Then for the 76ers, Embiid comes in for Nerlens Noel. And Smith subbed in for J.J. Redick. Here's Simmons. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
That's good from Simmons.
Boy, the athleticism that Simmons has is downright scary. I mean, remarkable the talent this man has and the potential, I think, to be a multi-time All-Star.
And Nurkic has it in the corner. Back to Oladipo. And George kicks to Drummond. Just 5 to shoot. Shot from 12. And too long on the shot.
He's been terrible. Absolutely awful. He can't get it going. His shot isn't there right now. He's got to help him some other ways.
Left side, George. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You know, he's been off so far, Kevin, but there's still time. I mean, he just needs to settle it down, idle it down a little bit, and try to contribute as much as he can on the offense within himself.
The Heat trail by 5. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, I tell you what, he's putting together quite a game here, knocking down shots and building upon this lead.
The 76ers have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
One shot.
That's good from Simmons.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And Simmons with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
He dishes it to Smith. Nurkic with the steal. Down low, here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Let the big dog eat. Love seeing Drummond throw it down like that. Beautiful.
Simmons on the wing, guarded by Oladipo. Lead away. Miami grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Down low, and George with the stuff.
Outstanding anticipation that time from Oladipo, seeing the floor extremely well and then zipping the pass over to the open man.
Simmons finds Smith to the inside. Covington, no stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That one on George. For Philadelphia, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw drops for Covington.
Man, you got to love the intensity of Covington. I mean, he's a consistent shooter from beyond the arc, and he's a player that also isn't afraid to get dirty on the glass for rebounds. That's a nice combination, nice stroke, but still he'll do some dirty work too.
Now, here's Nurkic. Shoots over Embiid. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Nurkic. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Smith, the pass to Simmons. Over Richardson. No good from Simmons.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Now, here's Oladipo. He has 6. And here's George for 3. And the rejection by Embiid. Floats it up for Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Here's Oladipo following the basket by Anthony Davis. 6 to shoot. And Embiid with the block. And he gets it back.
Man, you like this intelligence he plays with. You got to respect that. Gets to his spots and scores efficiently.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. 76ers lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Dwayne, is defense where you're going to win this game?
Well, it is. You know, we got to get more stops, and when we get opportunity to get out of transition, we got to look up and we got to get the ball up. I think right now we're getting rebounds and we're taking a break. We got to go, man. We got a very deep team. We got to use it. So second half, we're going to look to run a little more.
Yeah, walking it up isn't going to get it done against this team. Thanks, Dwayne. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, and we're excited to be here for the Eastern Conference Finals. Checking out the 76ers. They're 1/2 away from finally moving on in this series. The pressure of Game 7 may be weighing heavily on them, and they've still got their work cut out in the second half, but they're in a pretty good position. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
I was surprised at how comfortable they seemed here on the road. The hostile crowd, that didn't bother them at all. And I want to see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the board, and they helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And welcome back to this Game 7 as we get back into the action. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Yeah, and you know, he accumulated a lot of assists. And I liked how unselfish he was, Greg.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Paul George is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Richardson. And it's Oladipo in at the point. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now, here's Oladipo. Back to Drummond. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if any big man has the combination of strength, speed, and hops that Drummond has, not to mention his length, an unreal physical specimen.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Here's Smith. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes it to Simmons. Over Oladipo. No good from Simmons. The Heat trail by 3. Outside, George. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
No good from Simmons.
And, you know, they don't have it right now. I mean, missing their first 3 shots so far this half, slow start.
And George ready to stop.
And George is always looking to shoot the basketball now. This young fella has a total game offensively.
Simmons dishes to Smith. Got a piece of it. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. Ben Simmons third.
And he's taken off on a tremendous scoring streak at the perfect time. I mean, obviously, he's established himself as a premier playoff performer.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Kicks it out to Richardson. Outside, George. 5 to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off. Here's Drummond. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. It's good. Embiid's got 8.
Finally get one to drop after starting the half with 4 straight clanks.
And Oladipo kicks to Drummond. George looking around. And that one, good. He's got 12.
And George able to adjust his shot there. A tough one to block when he does that.
Bounce pass, Smith. Here's Simmons. That shot misses. And it's Miami the other way.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And it's in there. And now a 3-point Heat lead.
And, you know, Drummond has no problem playing through contact. He excels at using that strong body of his to fight through contact and finish.
Now here's Simmons. 22 points for him. To the inside. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Simmons. Simmons got assist number 7 for him tonight. Richardson finds Oladipo. Here's the pass to Drummond. Back to Oladipo. The 3. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Simmons against Oladipo. Shots good by Simmons. Simmons got 24 points.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
Richardson the pass to Adebayo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Embiid. The Heat have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And he makes the first but misses the second.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
The Heat have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Drops in the layup for 2. Richardson's got 8 points. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
And the 76ers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
The Heat have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. It's stolen by Smith. Pass to Covington. In the corner, Simmons with it. And it's Davis at the elbow. 6 to shoot. Sinks that one from the post. Davis has got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Now, here's George. 12 points for him. And that one, good. Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Smith dishes to Simmons. The right spin on it, and it is good. Simmons got 26.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Timeout called, the Heat. And some changes here for the Heat. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Bam Adebayo. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Josh Richardson. And Philadelphia also making a switch. J.J. Redick's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Smith missing.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Now here's Simmons. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. And Simmons kicks to Redick. Now here's Embiid. 8 points for him. Here's Simmons. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Oladipo against Simmons. The putback.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's stolen by Oladipo. It's not going to go for him. Simmons with the defensive effort. The 76ers trail. Outside, Redick. Back to Simmons. Tries again. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Miami.
Sometimes you just have no way of stopping Simmons on the interior. I mean, he's a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Heat.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
One is no good. The Heat have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. On pass to George. Hammers the alley-oop through.
No success thus far trying to guard George tonight. I mean, he is absolutely shredding.
Outside, Redick. He kicks it to Simmons. Over George. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And even though the quarter has been a struggle, it doesn't look like he's lost his confidence. He keeps looking for a shot.
The 76ers trail by 3. Simmons finds Smith. Wade with the defensive effort.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
George against Redick. Down low, Smith. And the officials call goaltending, so they award the basket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
For Miami, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Here's George. And Embiid pulls it down. Philadelphia has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside, Redick. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Redick's got 10.
Boy, the catch-and-shoot shot doesn't get any better than that. Redick on the money, ATM time.
Here's George. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Davis, the pass to Smith. From down in the low post, it goes. Now it's a 4-point 76ers lead. Heat shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Wade kicks to Drummond. The dish to Oladipo. Dwayne Wade on the wing. Covered by Redick. Shoots over Redick. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. He has 7.
Boy, you got to admire the mid-range game of Wade. Has this area of the floor on lock. I mean, incredibly efficient from here.
Simmons inside. By Oladipo. And Embiid throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Terrific timing on that pass, placing it in a great spot, ideal spot where his teammate could score.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Ben Simmons really making a difference here.
I don't think the defense has an answer for him, Kevin. I mean, he's simply going off right now, knocking down everything.
And some changes here for the Heat. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Andre Drummond. Richardson comes in for George. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Oladipo. Now here's Wade. He has 7. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Signature bucket for him on that possession. They can get themselves in front quickly with a few more like that.
Outside, Redick. Dishes it to Noel. A fader. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Really got to admire how confident Noel looks from the mid-range. I mean, squaring up and knocking down these shots consistently.
Nurkic the pass to Dinwiddie. Richardson with it. 8 points for him. Nurkic kicks to Richardson. 5 to shoot. Wade on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. Philadelphia leading by 4. Redick finds Covington. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. To Korkmaz. Now here's Covington. Noel passes to Redick. They get a hand on it, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. .132 left to play in the third. Now, here's Richardson. D right on him. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's foul number 2 for him. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Kicks it to Covington. Passes to Redick. We've got 1:13 left here in the third quarter. Now the pass to Korkmaz. Noel with it. Clock at 6. Shoots over Nurkic. Off the left rim and out.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Dinwiddie passes to Richardson. He kicks to Wade. Shoots over Redick. Wade, good. Wade's got 11.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Outside, Redick. It's Noel atop the key. Redick against Richardson. The 76ers with another miss.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere, all over the place. Can't buy a basket. However, his teammates got him covered.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Outside, Redick. There's Noel. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Oh, and that's a monster shot to close out the third. And the lead is theirs heading into the final quarter.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76ers ahead, up by 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so in the game for the 76ers, the lengthy duo of Noel and Embiid down low. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Korkmaz in at the small forward position. Here's Adebayo. It's stolen. Pass break, Philadelphia. Redick's got the ball. Pass to Embiid. Shamet. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Well, they forced a decent number of turnovers in this one, fellas, and they've turned most of those turnovers into points.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
The first free throw is good. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge. And in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Pass to Redick. Six on the shot clock. He dishes it to Embiid. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Pick and roll comes fairly easily to Embiid, taking what the defense gives him. He's a pretty intelligent baller.
Dinwiddie kicks to Richardson. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Nurkic. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Popped up there for Embiid. No good on the shot.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention.
Here's Wade, and that's good off the glass that time. The 76ers lead. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Redick. Embiid, the pass to Korkmaz. Three-pointers off the mark. Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Richardson. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wade. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Wade against Redick. This is it to Embiid. It's deflected. To the paint. Here's Richardson. A basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 6 assists here tonight. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Kicks it to Embiid. The dish to Noel. Nurkic with the block. And he recovers it. And he's able to get it back. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Dinwiddie. The pass to Nurkic. Count it, and the foul. That one on Embiid.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
Well, they don't have anybody to blame but themselves. Got to prevent them from getting good looks this late in the ball game. You got to come up with stops.
One shot.
Free throw good. Nurkic. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Outside, Redick. Fires from 14, and the jumper is good. Redick's got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
Great setup right there. Fall into the pick and roll. Redick getting the separation he wanted to keep it and convert.
Just solid on the one-handed slant.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Wade surveying the D. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The 76ers trail by 4. Outside, Redick. To the inside. Here's Embiid in for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Really like seeing Embiid exert his will, be assertive here. I mean, getting whatever shot he wants inside.
Richardson finds Wade. Good on the shot. Wade's got 10 points in just the second half.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pass to Noel. Dishes it to Embiid. Changes up. He lays it in. Embiid's got 6 points in the quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Dinwiddie kicks to Adebayo. Richardson the bounce pass. Here's Nurkic. Shoots over Embiid. Again, the Heat good for 2.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, you can't go for the shot fake. As soon as Embiid has you in the air, it's over. You're done.
The first free throw is good.
Tell you what, when Joel Embiid is healthy, this dude is a super effective player. A polished big man with an arsenal of post moves and shots. He's a handful down there.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Andre Drummond's checked in for Adebayo. Paul George comes in for Richardson. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Dinwiddie. The Heat have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. Elbow shot is on the way. And it's Miami with another.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
They throw good. Paul George.
And if you want to talk about the best two-way players in the NBA, George's name would be high on the list for sure. I mean, that's the kind of presence he has at both ends of the court.
The 76ers making a switch here. Noel's checked in. And he makes both free throws. The 76ers trail by 6. Covington passes to Simmons. And the layup's good off the glass. Simmons got 29 in the game.
Simmons is an absolute thoroughbred as a scorer, a dominant offensive talent. who scores in a lot of different ways.
Now here's Thomas. No good off the back of the rim. Simmons on the wing. That's a floater go. Covington finds Smith. Down low, Paul George with the steal. Thomas inside. Simmons is there. Miami no good on that time either.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
To the inside. Now Covington. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Simmons.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Pass to Nurkic. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And here's George. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Well, I tell you, the long reach of Covington really bothering shooters. I mean, he enjoys making life difficult for whoever he's assigned to.
Smith kicks to Simmons. Back to Smith. Pass to Noel. Here's Simmons. And again, it's Philadelphia.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is playing to his strengths.
Here's Oladipo after Ben Simmons' bucket. Inside, Covington with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Smith, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Heat, and that one's good. George.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
And Simmons kicks to Covington. Davis in the corner. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Clock at 6, and the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. Richardson comes in for Thomas. Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Here's Simmons. And there's the pass to Covington. Right side Simmons. 5 on the clock. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Richardson. Pass to George.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Paul George.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He told them, now's when you turn it on. Leave them in the rearview mirror. I know we can put these guys away. We'll see if they can deliver.
Now, here is Smith. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. To the paint, Richardson. The shot's good on the assist by George. Richardson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Heat.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, and he's off to the races.
Well, excellent defensive instincts. I mean, he knows exactly when to strike on this end.
2 points. That one goes. Embiid's got 10 points in the quarter.
That's big boy strength, real big boy strength. Embiid is so good at fighting through whatever challenges the defense is presenting.
Oladipo, the pass to Drummond. And Embiid with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. .139 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Oladipo against Simmons. 6 to shoot. From the wing.
And you know, Embiid is a decorated defender, a guy who consistently brings energy on this end of the floor.
And stolen by Richardson. Pass to George. He kicks it to Oladipo. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, that's some hard work being done inside by Oladipo, earning a trip to the line with his physicality in the paint.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. With some arc, outside for Simmons. It's stolen by Oladipo. Pass to Drummond. The kick out to Oladipo. Outside, George. Now Richardson, defended by Covington. Just 5 on the clock. From deep, George. And no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. This one just all but in the books.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Smith. He dishes it to Embiid. Out to Smith. Outside, Simmons. The 3. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Simmons.
What confidence from Joel Embiid. Knocked that one down in a clutch situation.
And so the Miami Heat have won the series.
And you can see the elation on their faces. I mean, not just happiness, but pure excitement and joy to be headed to the NBA Finals.
A tremendous opportunity now, just 4 wins away from a championship.
Yeah, and so close. I mean, they can practically taste it right now, but it's not going to be easy. Those next 4 wins are going to be the most difficult of the season if they can get them. But no matter what happens, I think the accomplishment of winning the conference championship is something this franchise and its fans will always remember.
And they'll represent the East in a final series that's mere days away. And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And we'll see you next time.